Hello, Mesa parents. Mr. Holder here. I'm going to take you through in under 5 minutes, hopefully, this short video. Welcome back to school for this 2022-23 school year. If you guys don't know about me, if your kids didn't tell you about me, I teach Graphic Design 1, Graphic Design 2, and Video Game Design and Programming. And I'm just going to walk you through a couple of quick things about the class. And if you'd like, you can come in on the 29th and visit me and ask questions in person if you'd like, or you could just watch this video to find out about the class and let me know if you have any questions later on. So here we are on my Canvas page for graphic design, and I'm going to just cover all three classes while we're looking at graphic design 1 class. It doesn't matter if your child's taking a different class with me. The Canvas classes are all pretty much the same, and the syllabus is very similar as well. But of course, the content of the class differs, and I'll talk briefly about that. But here we're looking at student view. In student view on Canvas, I always tell the students Canvas is a sort of a one-stop shop for everything that you need for my class. Assignments are on here, quizzes and tests are on here, projects are on here, everything is on here, including grades. So if you're looking at your child's Canvas, if you want to know about the class, have them show you my Canvas page. And I also tell the kids the best way to navigate my page is to just go to modules and weekly plans. It will tell you a little brief description on the home page about the class. And over here, there's a to-do list of things that are up and coming and things that are due in case you want to see what your child needs to be turning in the class. There's a grades link here. There's an assignments link, and there's also a link to modules on the left-hand side. If you want to see the syllabus, you can click that link there. There's some resources over here on the left-hand side, but it's pretty user-friendly and easy to navigate. So if you go to modules and weekly plans, you'll notice that each of these blocks are kind of like chapters in a book. So you could skip past the new to class start here. That's for incoming students who did not start off the school year in the class and might be added later on. But you could see in this introduction to the class weeks 1 through 2 for fall, these are things that we've already covered, and it usually is in a linear format. And we're already on the week 2 careers in graphic design. We're studying also careers in video game design and programming and doing a little bit of review right now for graphics too. What I wanted to show you is just briefly pull out some things on the syllabus, and that's all that we're going to have time for. And then if you have questions, I'll show you how you can contact me and get a hold of me a little bit later. So if you were to click on course syllabus and click on the PDF, it's going to load the syllabus for the class. So although we're looking at graphic design 1, the syllabi for all three of my classes are very similar, with the exception of the course description being a little bit different. So if you want to learn more about the class, look at the syllabus for the specific class and kind of read through on the course description and the course objectives to see more specifics about the class. But I will tell you, graphic design 1 is an entry-level digital art class where we're going to be designing and learning how to design things like posters and mainly print media. In that class, I'm going to talk a little bit about the foundational stuff of art, the foundational things of graphic design, and also teach Adobe Illustrator and Adobe Photoshop. In graphics too, we take it to kind of the next level and get a little bit more advanced, of course. And in that class, we're doing a little bit more advanced production work. We're designing applications for like cell phones. We're doing designs on the Glowforge like behind me there. We're doing t-shirt designs. We're doing self-promotional. So just taking it to the next level and exploring that class a little bit further. And then video game design and programming is exactly what you would expect. Your child's going to be designing and making their own video games and programming them and learning some programming languages and doing a lot of cool things, and probably by the end of the year making about 10 or 11 different custom games that they can call their own. So just generally about the class, if you're trying to get a hold of me, if you look at this part over here on the left-hand side, there's my email address. It's tholder@murrieta.k12.ca.us. As far as supplies, your child doesn't need any supplies for the class, just a pen or pencil to be able to draw or take notes. If they have a notebook for the class, that's fine, but notes are optional. But the incentive for them taking notes is that they can use them on things like quizzes. Again, Canvas is the most important thing that I could provide to you and to your child for the class. Know that grades are updated about weekly, so Canvas is the most up-to-date area you can go to for grades. And Aries is updated pretty much every 6 weeks because we have to send out progress reports, but sometimes a little bit sooner. But you won't always see Aries updating as quickly as Canvas, so keep that in mind as well. If you need to get a hold of me in person or on the phone, I can meet between 3:30 and 4:30. We just need to set that up ahead of time, so send me an email to do that. In terms of grading and some of the class rules and my expectations, my grade scale is the typical grade scale you would expect to see any teacher have in the class, with the exception of D and F range. I've kind of expanded that to make it a little bit easier to be able to pass the class. So that range is a little bit different than you would expect. But mainly the class is made up of participation, exercises, and projects. Projects being the bulk of the points in the class. So if you look at the color-coded yellow portion, the majority of the points are coming from projects. So it's important that your child stays up to par on projects. In terms of the work that's done in class, 100% of the work I'm expecting to be done in class. Therefore, there's no homework or expectations for your child to do things at home, simply because I don't expect them to have fancy computers and the expensive software at home. So don't worry about that. However, things like the video game design and programming class, those assignments could be done at home if they have a computer and some computer access to get caught up. So something to keep in mind there. But for the most part, the graphic design stuff has to be done here in the class. So it's important that they're in class on time, engaged and actually working when they're here in class and not missing a whole lot of class, or it can affect their grade. I provide participation points, which could either be lost because the student's off task, or maybe they're late to class, or maybe they miss class. If they miss class, I typically still take away points, even if it's excused, simply because I provide ample time to turn in late work. I also provide extra credit and makeup work, and also because of the sort of caveat that I can't expect them to do the electronic stuff at home. So it's important that they are here. But if they were to like miss a couple days, it's not a big deal. And if you're in contact with me or there's a doctor's note, I can always work around that. But those points can either be added on or actually lost as well. So something to keep in mind. But it doesn't make up the bulk of the points in the class anyway. But if it's something that continues to happen over and over again, then participation can affect their grade. And then there's smaller things that we do in the class in the way of exercises. The points breakdown is down here under point scale. So that the students are getting about 25 points per week. So it's about 100 points per month. And I'll put that in those points on a monthly basis. Exercises are usually 25 to 50 points, and projects are about 100 points, sometimes a little bit more than that as well. As far as class rules, I just tell the kids, please be respectful to the class. As far as cell phone policy, I don't mind if the kids use their cell phones to listen to music when they're working, but they need to have them turned off and they need to be engaged in listening to me when I'm trying to teach. Otherwise, I'll take their phones till the end of class and they can pick it up from me at the end of class. I don't really turn it into the office. And then I talk to the students about food and drink, so you don't need to worry about that as the parent. But I tell kids, just remember the 3 Ps. Make sure you're punctual, make sure you're present, and you're productive. So that's it about the class. If you have, again, any more questions, you can contact me via my email address. It is tholder at marietta.k12.ca.us. And I look forward to the year ahead and maybe eventually meeting all of you. So take care. Thanks.